Hi there, I'm Bill Winterberg, Technology Editor for Morningstar Advisor, and I'm here today with Chris Valleley, Senior Manager of Technology Product Management for TD Ameritrade Institutional. Chris, as I recall, it's been about a year since the initiative of Veo Open Access was rolled out for live production. Tell me about the evolution over the last year of how vendors have come on board and really acclimated to the platform.
Sure. When we launched Veo Open Access, we really were looking to work with the vendor community and use their ingenuity to help power the products that they have. We knew that we just needed to give them the data and let them, with their entrepreneurial spirit, build the products and strengthen the products that they have with our mutual clients. And we're now seeing that happen. We launched the API around a year ago. We're onboarding vendors on a monthly basis, and as such we're seeing new and inventive ideas coming just because of the power of Veo Open Access.
So speaking of some new and inventive ideas, what one comes to mind of a great vendor contribution that you've really embraced across the organization?
I think one great initial step was Orion is now taking the alerts from Veo's Open Access and presenting them to our mutual users in the Orion platform. This allows the advisor to know that they need to take action on an account here at TD Ameritrade, and they can do that in Orion, be alerted, and then make the appropriate steps. Upcoming, I think some of the things that we're seeing is one of our partners is iRebow, and iRebow would be processing trades real time through the Veo Open Access API, and the user will never have to leave iRebow to initiate and execute those trades. Those trades will come from iRebow, they'll be executed on the TD Ameritrade side, and we'll report order status back to iRebow, and it's going to save the advisor a lot of time in having to export a rebalance file into Veo. They simply can just click a button and push those trades to TD Ameritrade.
Oh, very impressive. So looking ahead on the evolution of the platform, how important is it to have that coordination and cooperation between TD Ameritrade and the vendors in pushing the platform forward?
We trained our staff to teach them how to be consultants with the integration providers and use best practices, get them through the security review process, get them through, help them decipher what the specs, let them understand what the functionality is available, show them best practices of other integrations that we have seen, and then really partner in idea creation, and then deliver new product out to our mutual clients.
Oh, great. So Chris, when you get your team assembled together for Veo Open Access, what's that one goal, that one mission that you have when you assemble together to really open up the platform?
The one thing that's great is working with all the vendors is coming up with new ideas, and each vendor's a little bit different. And again, we can help assist and with best practices, but using their entrepreneurial spirit, letting them, giving them the specs, showing them what we're capable of, and then letting them really come up with new ideas, and then partnering with them to deliver those ideas to our mutual clients. So a lot of times vendors, as well as advisors, are coming to us and telling us, wouldn't it be cool if, and just knowing that we can provide them the data and some of the functionality in their applications, and they can deliver on that really cool idea.
Well, that's great. I've been very impressed with what I've seen, and I think you've assembled a great team to move the entire industry forward. So Chris, thank you very much for spending some time today sharing your thoughts and ideas about open access and where it's going.
Thank you, Bill.